Hello, game makers. All right, so here's another episode of Game Maker Studio Previews, and I am Intoxicacious. Today, I'd like to show you a game called Spark, created by Ninja Space Ape, I believe. Not much to say right off the top. I just want to hop in and show you this really colorful and beautiful game. So let me hop in and show you. Okay, so here we are at the title screen. Not much to really see here, but you'll see the color is slightly, very slowly moving around, going through hues or saturations. Little bit of sound, which is always nice. This game actually tracks your stats, which is cool. I always like stat tracking. I'm a big stat tracking kind of guy. The help is helpful, but before you start playing, it's like, okay, just let's hop in first and see what things look like, and then we'll come back to the help and see how he's detailed those enemies. This game does use a lot of like particle effects, explosions, and whatnot, and so if your computer's running a little slowly, you have the option of turning this stuff off. So that's very kind, keeping in mind that not everyone has a computer as powerful as you or as slow as you, depending. So I'll just hop in and show you guys what it's all about, if I remember how to play. Okay, so you're this spark creature, and kind of like Snake, you're constantly moving, and it's similar to things like Geometry Wars, Robotron. So really it's just left and right rotate you, and then you're using, well, I'm using Z to shoot the enemies. There are collections. There we go. And really grabbing those effects are really cool to see, with the explosions and the warping of space-time, kind of like Geometry Wars. I'm not normally a fan of Geometry War ripoffs, but I feel that this one might be different enough that it's not totally just like a clone. So yeah, I mean, like, I haven't played much of it to say a lot. I did like the art style. I'm a big fan of art style with Game Maker. If you'll win me over on art style most of the time, because I feel that like a mediocre game with a really good art style is no longer a mediocre game. No one's gonna really notice that. So if you're starting out and you are just programming, I'd say get an artist if you can, and if not, learn some art. You know, using like geometric shapes, like simple primitives, you know, like squares and circles are great when you're testing your game, but when you actually want to release it or show people what you're doing, I mean, I suggest putting in some art. I'm actually not even opposed to stealing sprite sheets from certain websites. There are a couple websites that offer sprite sheets from known video games. Now, obviously, don't release that. Don't sell a product. Don't do that. That's stealing. But it's a great way to kind of get a feel as to how animation works with sprites and how you can then emulate that later in your games using your own art, or if you hire an artist. So I'd suggest, yeah, check out check out Spark. We were just talking about sprites. Try for yourself, especially if you're into Geometry War games, even Snakes type games like this. This is pretty fun, colorful, lovely art. So yeah, try to learn from those around you, and I'll see you next time.